You're leveraging all of the pieces that agents need in order to build a big business.
Right, that and listening Millionaire Real Estate Agent on repeat in my car.
Yeah, there you go. Do you really do that?
Yeah, I do.
So you have the audio book and you just listen to it on repeat?
Yeah, when I don't make phone calls or, look for directions, I just hit play and I just listen and repeat.
Why don't you just tell us a little bit about your business? You've got a pretty unbelievable real estate business.
Well, it's all thanks to KW, actually. I had my own brokerage for 15 years. I was completely on my own. I started in 2004, and I got to the point where I wanted to clone myself. And I realized that I have to change something and find a way of building team, and that's what attracted me to KW initially. And I've been with KW now for just over 3 years, and from being one person 3 years ago, now I have a team of 7, and we're doing fantastic here in Libertyville, Illinois.
So the numbers I have in front of me are astounding. 157 units year to date, like almost $30 million in volume, and what looks like close to $1 million in commission.
Yeah. I never track the money. I just go after, families and helping everybody who comes my way. So money comes last.
That's unbelievable. I want to double click a little bit on kind of how you got here. So you had your own brokerage for 15 years.
Yes, I did.
And you came to KW in 2019. And what's changed in your business since then?
Well, I guess I was self-taught before. I never had the exposure to good training or systems or tools like Command. And a very embarrassing statement, but I did not have a database till about 2018. So when I came to KW, I immediately start using Command to its full potential. And, since then, I think the business has exploded because I learned how to do the business at a completely different level, yeah.
Wow, that's unbelievable. So you had no database when you showed up at KW. What was your transaction volume like? How many deals were you doing before you got here?
Well, back then, just like right now, I don't really concentrate on numbers. I know it's a bad thing. Gary's probably going to be very upset to hear that, right? But I did about anywhere between 8 and 10 million in volume a year by myself.
Wow, and now you're triple that.
Yes, I did.
So what are you doing now, right? Your business has tripled. You obviously implemented a database, but what are you doing now that's working? I mean, you're crushing it.
Honestly, for the last couple of years, I'm just, trying to serve everybody who comes our way. But I think that, my business is repeat and referrals big time. And so we're just really, really trying to stay in touch with everybody and implementing, clients' events and educational seminars and just be in front of people more than I was before. But at the end of the day, it's still referrals. It's still the relationship that I built with my database, and the way of nurturing it is through Command contacts and smart plans, and remembering all the opportunities and those things. So I give it 100% to the tools that you guys give me.
Well, it still takes a person to run the tool, right? So let's not give too much credit where it's not due. Like, someone's still got to do the work, right? No one sells a house without a realtor, and no one buys a house without a realtor. So where do you think that you're doing better than anybody else? Remember, leads, listing, leverage, and wealth. Where do you think that you're crushing it today?
It's a little bit of everything. I don't think I can, separate those. I really try to get more listings, but also leverage is what I've been concentrating on in the last 3 years. That's why I grew my team from being just by myself to having now 4 buyer's agents and 2 admins. I just hired my first cyberbacker like 3 weeks ago. It's working great. So leverage big time. Lead generating, especially now the market is shifting, and listings are obviously a target that I'm going after as well.
Awesome. I love that. What do you think? You've talked a lot about not just the technology tools, which we'll get into in a minute, but really the training and the systems and models of KW. Like that's really what has kind of propelled you to the next level and your business to the next level. And now you've got 6 other people working with you every day. What's one core principle that you can document in your business, or that your team thinks about every day?
It's really just getting in front of people and making sure that they remember about us, whether it's a real estate related or just like referral to a restaurant that most favorable to us. It's every day we concentrate on being in front of people and building the relationship.
Do you have a certain number of contacts or conversations, or how do you measure that with your team?
Yeah, we try to make 20 phone calls a day, and we start time blocking for that, right? And so 9 to 11, nobody schedules anything. We just, try to talk to as many people as we can during those 2 hours. And then we just see, anytime we talk to somebody, we open the opportunity window in Command and we start like putting them all in. I think it's very important not to just have conversations, but actually write them down and make sure that all those opportunities are there and we don't forget about them. Because when your business is, a different scale, right, and it grows so fast, that's one thing that you need to be very consistent about is writing stuff down, and I think that's where Command comes really handy.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. Opportunities happens to be my favorite part of Command. I think it's we've all had those sleepless nights as real estate agents where you wake up in a cold sweat and you're like, oh my God, did I remember to follow up with Julia? I know I was supposed to do that last week, and I don't know if I did it or not. And to me, opportunity just allows me complete peace of mind to know that I'm doing the right things with the right people at the right times.
That's right. Yeah, that and task reminders too in the contact folders.
Totally. So let's get into the technology a little bit. You said, you're using Command to completely power your business. What do you think are the 2 or 3 most important tools as far as the technology goes in here? What are your favorite pieces?
I would relate it to the team, right? Because when person is by itself, you don't really need that much. But on the team level, making sure that I know what's going on inside of my business with so many team members. Number 1, that's my favorite, is the task lists and opportunities. So that way when you hire somebody overseas in a different country, they can exactly follow your task list for opportunities and know how my business is running and what's important to me, right? And do it in a timely manner. That's one. Number 2 is the lead routing. So when we have a lead coming in, so I don't have to think about who was the last person that got the lead, right? So I just put it on the round robin, and I have 2 separate lead routing, one for rentals and one for buyers. And it just goes, so I don't have to think about it. And then obviously taking notes, so all those notes that can be shared with the team. It's awesome when you can open the contact and see the whole timeline of who talked to this guy or what's been going on, and how the process is moving with their deal. What
do you think KW has to offer that everyone should know about?
Well, obviously, training is the best thing that could happen to any agent. Look at me, where I was for my first 15 years. I feel like if I would join KW from the day 1, I would be at a completely different level, right? But it took me 15 years to get in front of you guys and start using what you have to offer to escalate my business to the next level. I think that, it's going to sound very cheesy, but I truly believe that KW is where it's at. And if you're a new agent or if you're a seasoned agent, you have to take a look at KW and what we have to offer as far as the tools and training.
I love that. Well, I'll tell you this. We're super grateful that you're part of our family. It's so awesome to hear just that you've had so much success since coming here, and that everything you hoped it would be, it was, and you've grown from it. So really appreciate your time, Julia. Thanks so much for spending some time with us, and we'll hopefully talk again soon.
Okay. Thank you, David.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.